Hello everybody, this is Reiko with Anime on Location, and I'm here today with Ghost in the Blue. So I'm going to have you guys introduce yourselves one by one.
I'm Sean. I do vocals and play guitar for the band.
I'm Joe. I'm lead guitar.
I'm Thomas. I'm the bassist.
I'm Jordan, and I'm the drummer.
All right. So how did you all get involved in the world of music?
We were actually, I was with a friend on the drive back from MatsuriCon, I think 3 or 4 years ago, and we were like, man, it'd be really great if we had some entertainment mediums like concerts and stuff going on in cons, and we haven't been doing music in a long time before that, so I was like, well, maybe we should just like start a band where we can like kind of share like fandom and stuff with anime and video games and whatnot, and that's kind of where the idea started.
And so Ghost in Blue, how did this name come about? Is it a cross between Ghost in a Shell and Perfect Blue?
So we were thinking a lot about what kind of name to give us. We were trying to think about any sort of anime or video game reference possible, and just nothing stuck at all. So we were thinking about, I actually just mistook the movie title for a Full Metal Alchemist movie. I think what was the one for Shambhala called again? Quest for Shambhala. Yeah, and I thought at the time it was Ghost of Shambhala. So it all spurned from an accident, and I'm also a huge fan of the song A Town in Blue from Asian Kung Fu Generation. Highly recommend it. So just kind of splurging the two together, we had either Blue Ghost or Ghost in Blue, and I think the latter kind of flowed a little bit better, you know.
Agreed. So how would you describe the music and style for the band?
We do a lot of J-rock covers. We try to kind of stay in the veins of, I guess, the more like punk rocky sound that a lot of J-rock can provide. We try to dip a little bit into like the J-metal sound a bit, and then our originals spurn from a lot of post-grunge era stuff mixed in with some of the influences that we get from doing J-rock covers and whatnot.
Did you want to say something? Okay. All right, let me know if you all want to say something as well. So, what emotion or feeling would you like to bring to anime fans when you perform?
I hope I speak for all of us when we just want to entertain people, and we want to like share our fandom with the community. We want people to come together with music and to like enjoy things together and kind of like really build up a positive influence upon the community and exchange information and fandoms and whatnot. Just leave a positive impact on people. Make sure people are having fun too. You know, that's a huge point on performing and being a musician, is making sure people are enjoying themselves.
Of course, if they're not enjoying themselves, what's the point, right?
Right.
And so what are some of your favorite bands in hard rock, post-grunge, and J-rock?
Right now, my favorite J-rock band is probably Asian Kung Fu Generation. Yeah, definitely one of my favorites. I'm starting to listen to the Bones a lot, and they're pretty decent. And for the Western side, I usually listen to a lot of post-grunge stuff. I used to be a huge Seether fan, 3 Days Grace, Breaking Benjamin, then like the older grunge like Nirvana and Alice in Chains and Stone Temple Pilots and whatnot. We all have very different musical interests, though.
So let's see what yours is.
Well, I think my main influence with this band in particular I actually like to shout out to Grant Henry from Stemage, who did Metroid Metal. And I asked him to do the mastering for the single that we just released for your entertainment, and he went ahead and did that for us. So I thought that was pretty cool. I mostly like dabble in progressive rock. I like Rush and Genesis and Yes and stuff like that. And then I also like punk stuff sometimes, but that's mostly what I do.
I'm really into ska music. Big influences for me are Streetlight Manifesto, bands like that. Another big influence is Bad Religion, and I'm also really into. I can't think of anything else right now.
That's all right. Good.
I really like metal and punk and hard rock mostly, but I dabble in a lot of stuff.
Any bands in particular?
My two favorite bands are Dance Gavin Dance and Veil of Maya.
All right. Nice. And so, how can fans follow you online?
Yeah, you can go on to Facebook at Ghost in Blue. There's a little icon with, you can't miss it. It's very, very anime inspired. Twitter is at Ghost and Blue Bands. You can follow us on YouTube. I think it's just Ghost and Blue. Bandcamp at Ghost and Blue. SoundCloud Ghost and Blue. And then if you need to send us an email, you want to try to book us, we are at Ghost and Blue the Bands. So.
All right. And what would you like to say to your wonderful fans before a long walk on the beach?
I never actually prepared for an answer like this. What would you like to say to people before a long walk on the beach? I hope you brought sandals. Our favorite memory.
Your favorite memory of Ghost in the Blue. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I think one of my more favorite moments. We did a show last year on Thursday. It was at like 9 or 9:30 p.m. At Colossal Con, and the turnout was just absolutely breathtaking. You know, I think it was one of the bigger ones that we've ever had, and everyone was every crowd we get is so great to us. So just whenever we get a chance to play at these cons, it's such a humbling and endearing time, you know. I don't know.
What about you?
Memory? I don't remember anything. I just like doing Colossal Con. It's so big, so like exciting, and we get to play one or two shows here and there with like the smaller cons as well, and I really like the smaller cons, and I don't know.
That's good. And you?
I always love playing the local shows where we are. We got a bar called the Euro Gyro. We got a lot of bands there, really great guys. Northern Weather, bunch of great bands. They always bring such great energy. It's a lot of fun.
And you?
My favorite memory is probably our first convention show, which was at Shimboku Con, which is actually near here at Sawmill Creek. And I was a little worried up until that show, but it went over well. It was cool to see people like dancing and like cheering and stuff. So it was nice to see all the hard work pay off.
Oh, nice. And so, what is your favorite anime convention to play at?
Favorite anime convention to play at? It's a good one. I think Colossal Con takes the lead just based off of the most performances. This was our third year here, and it was a really good time too. Yesterday we had, I think, between like probably 50 plus people or so. I guess I made a low ball guess yesterday, and they're like, oh, it's definitely more than that. But it's been a fun time every single year, and just the people here are so supportive and so positive, and it's great to reach out to them. So at the moment, I think Colossal Con.
Okay. And what about
Yeah,
you?
normally I'd say Colossal Con in this case, but man, I miss Midori Con. And that's the one I remember the most, and I wish they would just bring it back.
And you?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun at Goju Con. We had a great set. Personally, I think we had a great set, and a lot of fun people to hang out with afterwards. So that's that.
And you?
I would say Colossal Con, just the biggest, craziest, most people, just always fun.